The next thing you know, you wake up in an intensive care unit having absolutely no idea what got you there. That's what happened to Charlie Nordhoff of Parsonsburg.
He suffered sudden cardiac arrest and having no medical history whatsoever. It happened April of last year. He's 46 years old and now has a pacemaker and defibrillator, and says he does worry about it happening again. Well, the best way to deal with that concern, he says, though, is the cardiac rehab he does at Peninsula Regional Medical Center. Let's hear his story.
On April 3rd of last year, I experienced sudden cardiac arrest. I was at work that morning, and I was fortunate enough to have coworkers found me within 10 minutes. They started chest compressions and kept oxygenated blood flowing long enough for the EMTs to get there. I was brought to the hospital and put in a medically induced coma for a day and a half. I woke up in ICU Thursday evening around 8:30 in a dark room and was told this is what had happened. I never regained consciousness from the event, and when I came out in ICU, I was told I needed to have a pacemaker defibrillator. So I had surgery basically a week later for a pacemaker and defibrillator. I had an irregular heartbeat. It was extremely fast, so it beat out of control and it just stopped. It's kind of heavy, it's bulky, it kind of sticks out a little bit. Getting used to, the differences of, going through security and stuff like that with it. You can't go through a metal detector, that type of thing. I have a nice card I carry with me now. I've never expected to experience this at that young of an age. I typically come 6 days a week for probably an hour and a half each time. I want to stay a minimum of 20 beats below the range of the pacemaker or defibrillator, because it's going to go off at 171. So anything above 140, I try to not do too much physical activity, lifting, carrying heavy stuff. I can bring groceries in and stuff like that, but not really go out of my way to do anything strenuous. No warning signs to it at all. There's nothing. I felt great going up to it. I felt great when I woke up. I didn't think that I needed a pacemaker, but I definitely do. After seeing the data and watching the trace, it's pretty weird to see it.
Do you worry about it happening again?
Absolutely, every day. I have a monitor by my bed that it pulls the data every night and sends it to the doctor's office. And if they would catch any irregular beats, they would notify me. Sudden cardiac arrest happens to about 350,000 people a year, and less than 10% make it to the hospital. No, I'm grateful. Grateful for that group of people, grateful for the rescue department in Salisbury, the staff at the hospital, everyone.
Wow. Charlie advises everyone to learn CPR. He says the battery for his pacemaker and defibrillator is good for 12 years, so in 11 years he will have surgery again.
And probably glad to be available for that.
Yeah.
Wow.